Good morning, students. Myself, Major Komal Katyal, Department of Zoology, GK Bhuvani Government College, Bhinmar. Today, we'll begin our second lecture on immunology. In my first lecture, I gave you the briefing regarding the immune system. Now, today, we will discuss about various mechanisms involving in the immunity. First, we'll begin with the innate immunity. The innate immunity has mechanical barriers or surface secretion. It means mechanical barriers in the form of skin, the acidic pH in the stomach, presence of cilia. Humoral mechanism includes lysozymes, basic proteins, complement and interferons. Then cellular defense mechanism, it includes NK cell or the natural killer cells, neutrophils, macrophages, mast cells, basophils, eosinophils. As we know, neutrophils, basophils, and eosinophils, they are the macrophages and basically responsible for carrying out the phagocytosis. It means eating the microorganism entering our body. Defenses. First, we'll begin with skin. Skin has outermost layer in the form of stratum corneum, which is made up of cornified cells, and these cornified cell contains keratin. It prevents the entry of microorganism. Second, the mucous membrane. Mucous membrane is present in various organ systems, say for example in the digestive system and in respiratory system. The respiratory system, the olfactory membrane contains hair as well as cilia, which are responsible for removing the foreign particles. As we know, coughing and sneezing, it is a type of mechanical action which help in driving out the foreign particles entering our digestive and respiratory tract. Peristalsis. Peristalsis is a series of wave-like muscle contraction that moves food to different processing areas in the digestive tract, thereby pushing the microbes along with the food before they can invade and grow there. Then the washing action of tears. Tears are the secretion from lacrimal gland, saliva, the secretion from various salivary glands, and urine eliminates microbes from the urethra. Now first we will discuss in detail the role of skin. Role of skin. It is intact protective external layer. The pH of skin varies from 3 to 5. It means it is highly acidic. The dead skin cells are constantly slowed off, making it hard for invading bacteria to colonize. Then, as we know, in the case of mammals, several glands are present. One type of gland, which is a sweat gland, is responsible for the secretion of sweat, and then the sebaceous gland, which is responsible for lubricating the skin and releasing the oils. The sweat and oils contain antimicrobial chemicals, including some antibiotics. The mucus and cilia. The role of mucus and cilia. Certain cells of mucous membrane produce mucus. This mucus is a viscous fluid that traps microbes and other particles. Mucus contains lysozymes, the enzymes that destroy bacterial cell walls. As its name indicates, lysozyme, it means digestion or dissolution of the body of bacteria. The normal flow of mucus washes bacteria and viruses off the mucous membranes. Cilia in the respiratory tract move mucus out of the lungs to keep bacteria and viruses out. Apart from it, there are certain normal flora are present in our body. So let us discuss the role of normal flora. They are the microbes present in many parts of our body. They include more than 1,000 species of bacteria, and they compete with the pathogens, the foreign microbes, for nutrients and space. They themselves provide various antimicrobial substances like bacteriocins and acid, thereby preventing the growth of foreign microbes. Now we come to the internal defenses. The internal defenses chiefly includes the cellular defenses, and among the cellular defenses, mainly the phagocytes are responsible for phagocytosis. There are various types of WBC which ingest invading microorganisms, and they also initiate the inflammatory response. For example, macrophages, they are the PMN, the polymorphonuclear nucleosides, which include neutrophil, acidophils or eosinophils, and basophils. Then the macrophages, which are the mononuclear leukocytes, then monocytes and NK cell or the natural killer cells. Then internal defenses also include local inflammation, local swelling, and pyrexia or fever. Now, this chart depicts the various cells of our immune system. They can be broadly classified into two categories. One, the lymphoid lineage, and second one is the myeloid lineage. The lymphoid progenitor responsible for formation of the B cell progenitor, then the NK cells and the T cell progenitor. The B cell progenitor gives rise to the memory cell and plasma cell, while the T cell progenitor is responsible for memory T cell, cytotoxic T cell, and the helper T cell. The myeloid progenitor is responsible for neutrophil, eosinophil, monocyte, mast cell, and the basophils. The monocyte gives rise to the dendritic cells and macrophages. These are the main cells of our immune system, which we will discuss separately. Now, the role of phagocytes. As we know, phagocytes are various types of blood cells they, that seek and destroy invaders. Some also destroy damaged body cells. Phagocytes are attracted by an inflammatory response of the damaged cells. Basically, this diagram depicts how phagocytes attach to their prey and then kill the invading foreign microbes. Here we can see in the first step the pseudopodia of the phagocytes surround the microbes. In the next step, the microbes are engulfed into the cell, and then the vacuoles formation takes place, which includes microbes. The vacuoles and the lysosome fuse, and the toxic compounds and the lysosomal enzyme destroy the microbes, and the remains of the microbial debris is released by the exocytosis. So the whole process includes phagocytosis and exocytosis. Now next, the role of inflammation. The role of inflammation is signaled by mast cells which release histamine. This histamine causes fluids to collect around an injury to dilute the toxin, and as a result of it, local swelling occurs. The temperature of the tissue may rise, which can kill temperature sensitive microbes. Then, as we know, that inflammation also helps in initiation of phagocytosis. It limits the spread of infection. It stimulates the adaptive immune response. It initiates the repair of damaged tissues, and acute and short form of inflammation is always good, while chronic and long-term inflammation is always bad for our body. Now, how inflammation occurs? During the inflammation, the vasodilation occurs. Vasodilation, it means the lumen of the blood vessel increases. As a result of this, there is increase in capillary permeability. Due to increase in capillary permeability, the blood vessel become a leaky blood vessels through which the fluid can pass easily outside. Now, there are various factors which are responsible for causing inflammation, which include the neutrophils, monocytes and the macrophages, natural killer cells, TLRs, coagulation proteins, the complement proteins or the C proteins, then the cytokines and IFN or the interferons. Few are cellular and few are known as the extracellular causes which are responsible for initiating the inflammation. Now, how we can know? There are various signs of inflammation. First, we will discuss the vascular changes, which are broadly classified into two categories. We have already observed it with the diagram that one includes the vasodilation, which increases the heat and redness and causes fever. And second one is the capillary permeability, which is responsible for increasing the swelling, then pain, and as a result of which there is temporary loss of function. Now next is the role of fever, or technically it is known as pyrexia. Fever is a defense mechanism that can destroy many types of microbes. Fever also helps to fight viral infection by increasing interferon production. Fever activates T cell production. Fever increases the immunoglobulin Ig production. It also increases the process that is phagocytosis. While high fevers can be dangerous, some doctors recommend letting low fevers run their course without taking aspirin or ibuprofen. Thank you.